remember now those childhood days gone by. You woke up with the morning sun. It was warm and alive and fun. I'm a roar, don't turn around, I'm a roar.
Hello friends, fans and enemies, welcome to another Zane-Destiny video. This video is regarding the BT-06 pre-release tournament I entered at Geek Retreat today. So, the premise was you paid your entry fee, you were given a number of booster packs and a couple of dash packs, and you were given an allotted time to try and pre-construct a deck out of what you got from the booster packs. Obviously you get to keep what you opened. So, the prerequisites were, unfortunately I missed this part. You had to make a 40 card deck. Completely, either it wasn't said or I didn't hear it. I made a 50 card deck, but I'll get more into that later. So you had to make a 40 card deck. Colors didn't matter as long as the levels were correct, so you could technically digivolve a yellow Digimon onto a blue Digimon as long as it followed the correct levels. And option cards, you are still required to have the same color Digimon on board. So to use a green option card, you still needed a green Digimon on board. And you were also allowed to use side deck. So obviously you had to do that between rounds. I didn't do that at all. And like I said, I failed to hear all the instructions and I made a 50 card deck instead of a 40 card deck. Because I was wondering why, because well, what it came down to was I played against new players and, well, the first guy, he never played before and he made a 40 card deck and he said he played Yu-Gi-Oh! And says, oh, it's got to be a 50 card deck. You know, that's how Digimon is. There's no minimum, maximum. It's only 50 cards. You know, thinking it's 50 card deck. So he made his 50. I made mine 50. He was a completely new player. And he beat me twice. So I don't want to say I gave him wins, but I did sort of like explain a lot to him, saying like he would try to play a Digimon without attacking and it would have been my turn. So I'll sort of like say to him like, hold on, you can do this, this and this before doing this. So yeah, he did really well. And, you know, I was playing cards I never really read before and I'm not too fussed about losing. The second match, that was when I learned that, unfortunately, I won the first game. Then it came to the second game when I started shuffling the guy's deck for him, for cutting the deck. I said to him, like, how many cards are you using? And he goes, 40. I'm like, isn't it 50? And then everyone else goes, no, it's 40. It's a pre-release event. Oh, I got a 50 card deck. So I let my opponent like take 10 cards and I just dumped them on the floor, played with what I got, but halfway through the game, I had to go because, well, I needed to be somewhere else, somewhere important. So I think thankfully didn't succeed. So I lost the first match and I kind of DQ'd myself for the second match because I had to go. So I gave the guy the win and off I went. So unfortunately, I should have been disqualified for having a 50 card deck, but c'est la vie. It's a fun event. People there don't really take it too seriously, and I'm not too fussed. I only went to get my cards. Speaking of cards, I'm going to quickly go through what I got in no particular order. Well, some sort of order. My babies. So we got Pinamon, Kurumon, Tsunamon, and Bibimon. So I was kind of lucky with my pools because not many people had like more than 2 or 3, so I had the full house. And like I said, it didn't matter about colors. You can digivolve as long as the level matches. So I'm happy I got Bibimon and Tsunamon. The other 2 I'm not too fussed about. Probably give those to someone else. And I'm not going to go into too much details of these cards. It's not like a pack opening thing. It's just showing off what I actually pulled. So level 3 wise, going to go for the reds. Got a Flamemon, Madoki Betamon. Huh. I've heard of Betamon, but not a Madoki. I did take this into my deck because of its your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. So it's a Gazimon effect. 2 Strapamons. And now into my yellows. I've got a Tinkermon and a Tabermon. Greens got 2 Morphomon. I did have him in the deck, but mainly as like not so much deck thinning, but I don't know, deck rotation or something. It was a play. Pokemon, Junkmon, Impmon, and Elecmon. So one thing to point out, at first I didn't even realise that we're allowed to mix colours. So I started making a yellow-purple hybrid with some red. You'll see why I added red later. So I started doing that, and then someone says, oh, you can mix colours. What? Okay, time to scramble the board and start again. And then I heard about option cards, so I had to scramble again. It unfortunately is a bit of a mess, but mind you, I did arrive a little late. I think I probably arrived just under 20 minutes before the games had to start. So I was kind of rushing it a little, but oh well, my own fault. So off to level 4s, I got 2 Bauhuckmon and 2 Deltamon. And I got a blue Octomon. Yellows got 2 Bulkmon. Pretty good. He basically scared my opponents a little with his security attack +1. And Beluchimons, 2 of them. And 1 Apemon. He's doing like the monkey pose riding the cloud. To our greens, Arbormon. Oh, that was the other thing as well. So this particular guy, you can digivolve from a green tamer. It had to be a green tamer. So unfortunately, you couldn't do it from any tamer, so I didn't use him. Petaldramon. To our blacks, got 2 Nanimon. I did use him because of his security effect to be played. And 1 Deputymon. Even though I had one of them, he was played quite well. Didn't get his effect off. Well, actually, sorry, I did get his effect off once, and it was useful once, but I didn't manage to get his Digivolve effect off. And purple got 2 Gengakumon. And for the white Digimon, we got 2 Systemon Seals. So I did giggle when I see this because obviously, due to censorship, we didn't get Noir, so we got Seal as well. But Seal is exactly the same as Noir, although problem-solving card text has declared the fact that Seal is data and Noir is virus. So in the future, when virus and data and vaccine come into play, it's not going to matter with Seal and Noir. They're going to be treated exactly the same. So that's for a future thing. Okay. To the side. So that's my level 4s. Go to my level 5. Starting off with red again. 1 Megadramon. I did play him because he's treated as red and black. Savior Huckmon. Did play him because I had a bit of a Jesmon back in this deck. 2 Asuramon. So if I was going to do a 40 card deck, I would have cut these 2 out, but oh well. 1 Dragomon. Mammothmon. And a Manticoremon. For greens, we've got Turopiamon. Blacks, Big Mummymon. He's such a big boy. Purples, 2 Ferrismon. And for the white, got 1 Eosmon. I would love to see if someone's actually going to play a 50 card deck of Eosmon. Because, well, it has an effect that you can include up to 50 copies of cards with this card's card number in your deck. Normally only allowed 4, but this guy you're allowed 50 of them. So it will be like, is it mitosis? With like self-replicating? Because when you attack, you bring another one out. They both attack the next turn, bring 2 more out. It'll be stupid but hilarious. Okay, the reason why I teched in red and Deputymon because I managed to pull a Magnakidmon, which I was really happy about. Ideally, I wouldn't want any more of this guy because I think in a 3 Musketeers deck you only want 1 anyway. But I'm glad I pulled 1. Now, when I do get my boxes in, I would like to get the others. For blue, we've got Pokemon. Seems like everyone had this guy. Barbamon, sorry. Not useful for me because I didn't have a Rosemon. And the creme de la creme card, if you can say, for nearly everyone for today was Skull Mammothmon. I ran 3 of this guy because he was the only blocker. Not only that, he had an ability of all turns, if you have 3 of your security, he gets plus 2,000. He stopped a lot, and he frustrated a lot of people. I didn't mind playing him for 12 memory costs because he did some work. I reckon I might... If I was playing more carefully throughout the tournament, I wasn't planning to finish this tournament anyway, so I didn't really care about playing carefully. But I think I probably would have stood a better chance. I don't know. We'll see. For greens, we've got Eldradimon. Just, yeah, interesting. And for black, we've got Pylvolcamon. I did want to bring him in, but I couldn't think of a way to play him. And I got a bit of a combo here. I got Momokusamon, as well as his, I'm assuming it's his other form, like Ornismon. So basically with Momokusamon is, he has retaliation, so that's good. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play one Ornismon from your trash without paying its memory cost. I've managed to get this off quite regularly. And he has security plus 1. And of course, he has his on-plane effect that you can delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Very helpful card. I might decide to make a deck with him. I don't know. Who sees? And I got the level 6 Eosmon. So I believe this one you can only have 4 of him, whereas level 5s you can have as many as you want. But I don't think I teched him in the end. I think I kept him out because he has more effects in need of Eosmons, which I didn't have. And level 7, I did have one level 7. I pulled Bond of Friendship. So I did have him in the deck just in case, but never got to play him. I only saw him in my hand and not really too fast. Okay, let's go to the option cards. So starting off with red, Judgment of the Blade. If anyone's watching this and you watch this far or even care, so you may play one Digimon card with System on from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost, then add this card to your hand. Would I have been able to add this card to my hand if I didn't have the System on summoned? I'm not sure. To me, that reads that you need to fulfill the first criterion before the second. And on that note, actually, I had a situation with Impmon. So, which I'll get into later because I want to show that card off later. So I'll leave Lim on like there to remind me to ask you guys a question, because then affects, well, it made me question a little. So going back to the option cards, for yellow, got Reinforced Memory Boost. My opponent managed to get that off against me. And 2 Acid Injections. Good card. Very helpful card. Brought opponent's big boss monsters down to a reasonable number for my weaklings to do it over. So very helpful card. For green, Tropical Venom. Black, we got Hjortschwarmer. I hope I said that wrong. Hjortschwarmer. Really happy I pulled this card. So that's for the 3 Musketeers. Then also, so Parabolic Junk. Parabolics. Now for purples, nice shiny Underworld's cool. The rares in this set, instead of like the gold trimming, they actually made them shiny. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but it's interesting. Glaive Memory Boost, which I thought was called Brave Memory Boost. Oh well. And we also got a Fly Bullet, another 3 Musketeers card. Did me some favors, which is nice. Okay, so going to the, let's get rid of this. Add these as well. You don't need to see these again. Right, onto the Tamers. We've got TK and Kari. I believe they got off in security and they were winning me a lot of memory. And Izzy and Joe. Nice Tamers. I like them. For this kind of play style of tournament, yes, I did like them. Okay. Pre-release cards, I got another Manticore Mon, which is not bad. And I also got another Fly Bullet. So that's nice. And you can see they say pre-release. Not sure if that makes them any more important, but I'll be using Fly Bullet if I do get more Musketeer cards. So, question. I'm not done with my regular cards I pulled from packs yet. I did pull a very nice looking Skull Greymon. Look how pretty that is. And if I can get the lighting just right, you can see the holographicness. You can probably see my LED lights reflecting off of it mostly, but that's a very scary looking but very nice card. So my issue was I had these two in my hand on my first turn. Nothing in my trash. Impmon, he has a skill. On play, you may trash one card in your hand. So you don't have to, but I did want to. If you do, return one Digimon card with 7 Great Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers in its type from your trash to your hand. Okay. I had Skull Greymon in my hand. I wanted to hard play this guy to trash Skull Greymon. Skull Greymon's effect. When you trash this card in your hand using one of your effects, you may place it under one of your purple Digimon at the bottom of its Digivolution cards. I wanted to play this guy, to trash this guy, to play him under Impmon, giving Impmon retaliation. Wouldn't have been a big deal, but it would have been a nice beginning turn, I would say. My issue was, and again, if you do, so I could trash it from my hand, but if you do return, can I not use that effect if I've got no 3 Musketeers or 17 Lords in my trash? Like, say for example, where's Magna? Like, pretend Magna Kidmon's in the trash. Now, if I did this, then this, then I could, because I'll add this to my hand. Then he goes under. That to me makes sense. But what if I didn't have a target? Could I still do this? That's my thing, because it says that you may, so you don't have to trash. Oh, focus. But then it says if you do. If you do, you must return. Or it doesn't say you must, but if you do return, it doesn't say you may return. So to me, that says in order to do this, I need to have a 3 Musketeer in my trash, which I didn't have because it was my first turn. So that did make me question it, and I did ask people around me, and it was kind of like hit and miss. So in the end, I just was like, you know what, I'll just hard play him on. I won't care. Like, I don't particularly care. It's just a fun tournament. So that was all the cards I got. And for participation prize, you obviously get the alternate art BT2 blocker Andromon. Nice card. Probably won't ever use it, but it's a nice card. What did I think of the event? It was good. I want to say instructions probably need to be displayed somewhere for someone like me that's turning up late or has a memory of a fish or just isn't listening to go by of, because, well, I guess I didn't care about the tournament anyway, but I didn't care even more once I realized I had too many cards in my deck. So at that point, I was satisfied to just be like, I'm quitting. It's not out of being stroppy or anything like that, but being like, A, I had to be somewhere anyway, and B, like, I felt bad because yes, I lost both my matches, but potentially I could have won them if I was taking it more seriously, basically. You know, if I didn't have somewhere to go and was playing the actual tournament itself, I would have tried a lot more harder because, to tell the truth, this format was pretty easy, and having like 3 Skull Mammothmons probably would have stood a good chance. So yeah, ultimately though, the tournament did look fun. It was really nice seeing like all sorts of people there. The 2 new people I played against, I was patient as I could with them. Gave them chance to actually look at the cards. I think one of my matches actually lasted nearly the whole time that we were given, but I was more than happy because the guy was enjoying himself. He was learning a lot more, and he says he's going to carry on playing, which I'm really happy about. That's what these tournaments are about. They're not about, yes, it's nice to have in like big prizes and all that, but seeing like new people come along, building up an interest and enjoying themselves, that to me makes the tournament worthwhile doing. So I'm more happy about that. But I'm also happy about my first look into BT-06. I'm gonna do some test decks with this. Well, you know, proper decks, not with these random colors. And yeah, that's it. We'll be expecting a couple of boxes of BT-06 to come at some point. I'll be doing a bingo, so there's that to look forward to. So thanks for joining me, guys. Hope to see you soon. No, I'm not going to see you soon because I don't see you. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Anyways, take care. Bye bye.